Now before you freak out and leave, let me tell you right away, I'm going to show you how to make this lovely chord progression that I just played simple to play. Hey, what's up people, Marco here, welcome back to another ukulele lesson. Today I want to show you how to play this lovely chord progression entirely performed with what we call broken chords. A broken chord is a chord broken down into single notes. Let me give you a quick example. When we play the C major chord, we strum 4 strings. So you might think that this chord is made up of 4 notes. However, if we analyze the notes of the C major chord, we end up with just 3 notes. The root note C, the major third E, and the perfect fifth G. These are the 3 notes that make up the C major chord. Now, when we spell out the 3 notes of a chord, we can call it a broken chord because we are playing each single note individually. Now, you do the same thing with a bunch of chords and you end up with a lovely classical-ish chord progression like this. Now the chord progression itself is very simple. If you think about it, we're playing a C major chord, which is open, 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 and 3. An F major chord, 2, open, 1, and 3. A D minor chord, which is 2, 2, 1, and open. And a G major chord, open, 2, 3, and 2. Then we change to the E minor chord, which is 2, 3, and 4, and if you want, also the 4th string fret number 4. The A minor chord, which is 2, open, open, and 3. Back to the F major chord, and the G major chord. Now let me show you how to play the broken chords. First of all, forget about what I played at the beginning of the video. We are going to learn the chords and then we are going to play the broken chord just one time. We're going to be using the alternate fingering technique, meaning we are always going to alternate between index, middle, and index. Each broken chord is played with 3 notes. You know, the root note, the 3rd, and the 5th of each chord. Now the first chord is the C major chord, the 3rd string open, 2nd string open, the fret number 3, and then we'll go back to the 2nd string open. So we're always going to use this pattern. We're going to play the root note of the chord, in this case the note C, the 3rd of the chord, the note E, the 5th of the chord, which is the note G, and then we'll go back to the 3rd of the chord, the 2nd string open. And you want to play the chord just one time. The second chord is the F major chord. We're going to play the 2nd string fret number 1, 1st string open, the fret number 3, and back to the 1st string open. I'm playing the notes F, A, C, and A. The next chord is the D minor chord. We're going to play the 3rd string fret number 2, 2nd string fret number 1, and the 1st string open. And then we'll go back to the 2nd string fret number 1. I'm playing the notes D, F, A, and F. The next chord is the G major chord, such a lovely chord. We have the 2nd string fret number 3, 1st string fret number 2, fret number 5, and back to the fret number 2. I'm playing the note G, B, D, and B. The next chord is the E minor chord, 1 note per string. We're going to have the 3rd string fret number 4, the 2nd string fret number 3, and the 1st string fret number 2, and then of course we go back to the 2nd string fret number 3. I'm playing the note E, G, B, and G. One more chord, the E minor. This is pretty interesting. We're going to play the 1st string open, fret number 3, and fret number 7, and back to the fret number 3. So I'm playing the note A, C, E, and C. Then we go back to the F major, and and the G major. Now this is how you want to practice this step without metronome, without stress. Just play each broken chord one time at your own pace. Now, of course, guys, next step, we're going to take it to the next level and we're going to play each chord 4 times. Now, this is great for the finger picking technique, but also for the left hand, and it's the same thing. So we're going to play all the broken chords just like we learned them, but just 4 times each. Now, as you can see, we're going to change just the last chord, the G major. We're going to play the chord twice. And then we're going to play this lovely scale, the second string fret number 3. And then the first string fret number 3, 2, open. Second string fret number 3, 1, open. And the third string fret number 2. I'm gonna do it slowly. Now the step number 3 adds a little bit more of a challenge to the chords. In fact, we are going to play one note 1 octave higher, and so we're gonna have to jump up and down the neck like this. Now the chord progression is the same. We are just going to play the second part of each chord in a slightly different way. So we're going to play the chord twice, just like we did. And then the third time, we're going to play the chord slowly, but we're going to add one more note. So for the C major chord, we're going to add the first string fret number 3. So we're gonna play it like this. As you can see, even when I slow down, I'm still playing the same chord. I'm just changing the last note, which is going to be the first string fret number 3. Now for the next chord, the F major, we're gonna do the same thing. Then we slow down. And we're gonna strike this note on the fret number 8. For the D minor chord, the note is on the first string fret number 5. And for the G major chord, is on the fret number 10. Now for the E minor chord, is the fret number 7. For the A minor chord, is the fret number 12. Then we are back to the F major. And the G major. So it's a great exercise which is going to improve a lot of different aspects of your playing. Step number 1 is great for the left hand. Just play the broken chord and familiarize yourself with the broken chord. It's great for your left hand. Now, the step number 2 is great for the finger picking technique, as we are continuously plucking the strings. It's still the same chord, but we have way more notes. And then the step number 3, of course, is fretboard knowledge. You know, we are jumping and playing these notes in different positions, so you really have to focus 100%. Now I'm gonna leave you to practice these chords. Take it step by step, guys. Enjoy your ukulele, and I'll talk to you soon.